Good evening and welcome to 7 o'clock update. We begin tonight with our top story, the New Jersey Water Fluoridation Act. If you drink water, this is a segment you're not going to want to miss. 7 o'clock update spoke to Assemblyman Gary Scher from District 36 to get his view on the bill to mandate adding fluoride to New Jersey's drinking water. Our first question to the Assemblyman was, has this bill been finalized?
To the best of my understanding, we're still waiting finalization on the bill. There are any number of items right now that both the Senate and the Assembly, as well as the Governor, are very, very involved with. As you can imagine, it being budget season in just a few short days to conclude that. As of now, I don't believe that's on the fast track.
Is there still the availability for public comment on the bill?
Well, it has passed committee. So is there formal public comment at this stage of the game? I don't believe so. Although certainly members of the public can communicate with their legislators and share with them their points of view, and I'm sure that would have a considerable effect if people are either very opposed or very in favor of the bill.
How would you feel about your constituents give a call to your office to voice their opinions on the bill?
Listen, every legislator always welcomes communication with his or her constituents. I know that I certainly do. For many people, this fluoridation bill is extremely important, either pro or con, and there are certainly some tremendous arguments to be heard on both sides. And hearing from my constituents, I will tell you, in my case at least, has significant effect in terms of how I vote and what I vote on.
What is your position on the bill?
My position on the bill is in favor of the bill. I've examined both sides of the argument. It seems to me that the involvement of the Commissioner of Environmental Protection in the state is such that there's a careful watchdog to ensure that too much fluoridation doesn't get in the water. And that's really the main issue, that we ensure that in our effort to do good, we don't end up doing something wrong. New Jersey is among those states with the least amount of fluoridation. Only about 1.1 million of our residents receive fluoridation in their water. And that's a problem, especially for young children, where their teeth are in formation. And fluoridation has been told to us time in and time out by the Dental Association that it is extremely helpful to prevent tooth decay in the future. So it's something which, with the caveat that the Commissioner will be actively involved in the discussion, ensuring that there is not over-fluoridation on the one hand and yet enough fluoridation on the other.
Would there be a legitimate concern about the extra or excessive amount that already exists in our toothpaste and the water that...
And I think that that discussion is precisely the point of disagreement, and which has made this issue into an issue rather than one which we can all agree about. I necessarily feel the need to rely upon the experts. The experts in this case being dental and medical professionals who are telling us that there is not enough fluoride, number one. Number two, young children, babies, obviously don't brush their teeth. However, fluoride is extremely important to the formation of their teeth in those very formative years. Is there fluoride in any number of things that we come in daily contact with? The answer is yes. We're not eating paper bags or cardboard boxes, let's be clear. And let's be clear also that many people are not aware still of proper cavity prevention and tooth decay. So this will overall be helpful. It'll also help mothers and fathers with young children, because if the water is going to be and will be universally fluoridated, some of the things which they may be doing now they won't need to do, such as when they're buying children's vitamins, obviously to compensate for minerals and vitamins that they don't receive normally. Many people now buy fluoridated vitamins. Their doctors and dentists, as a result of this bill's passage, may well tell them that that's unnecessary. I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. So is there fluoride in any number of areas? The answer is yes. The real issue is there enough? And this bill would require the Commissioner of Environmental Protection to explore all the areas of the state, the water supplies, the drinking supplies, to ensure that there was sufficient fluoride. And I think that we can rely upon our Commissioner to do just that, and to do the appropriate job to ensure that we don't cross the line on the one hand, while on the other hand ensure that the residents of the state are receiving the necessary trace amounts of fluoride in their system, especially our children and youngsters.
How did this come to your desk? In other words, how did this arrive as a bill?
The way that it's come to every legislator's desk, this issue has been out there for years and years. Again, New Jersey is one of the few states that does not actively fluoridate all of its water. Only about 12% of our population currently receives fluoridated water, and it's general consensus in the medical and dental community that fluoridation is a good and necessary thing.
Are we a month, 3 months, 6 months away?
A way to go with the bill. I believe that there is still a distance that's got to be traversed. Once that's accomplished, once it finishes final approval in the Senate and is signed off by the governor, at that point we can look forward to the bill's enactment. Hopefully that'll happen before December, and within a few months after that I'm sure the bill will formally be implemented, so we can look forward to the bill's positive effects coming out sometime mid-next year, I would suppose.
That was Assemblyman Gary Sher from District 36. We want to thank the Assemblyman for finding the time to speak with 7 o'clock update. If you'd like to let your voice be heard on this issue, as you heard, the Assemblyman welcomes your calls to his office. The format for this 7 o'clock time slot is undergoing a reinvention process. We're changing our name to 7 o'clock update. If this name change is approved, we will also change the format of our programming. It is our intent to bring you interviews from our representatives and leaders to get their views on bills, proposed legislations, and things happening in our town and throughout the country. If we are successful, you will hear more interviews from our representatives, such as Gary Sher. We will do in-depth investigative reporting, and we will bring these interviews to you, conducted on your behalf. Thank you for watching 7 o'clock update. Thank you for watching 7 o'clock update.